This video is sponsored by Splatterburst Targets. Splatterburst is an American-made company that focuses on the production of top-quality reactive shooting targets for marksmanship. Splatterburst is offering next-level visibility of your shot placement so that adjustments can be made just as fast as you can see the impact on paper. Instantly see your shots burst bright fluorescent yellow upon impact. Spend more time shooting and less time checking your targets. The bright yellow bullet holes are visible in all light conditions and are great for people with reduced vision. The high visibility splatter targets make it easy to see your shots at a distance. I know we all remember the good old days of shooting paper targets and having no clue where your 5-shot groups landed until after you dumped all your rounds and checked the results by either waiting for the range to go cold or operating a machine that allows your targets to move towards you. We all know that struggle. Splatterburst relieves us of that pain by not only helping us to increase our efficiency by getting rid of the guesswork, but they also assist to keep the expenses down by helping you waste less rounds due to the instant feedback to the shooter. Splatterburst is the ultimate target for everything, including but not limited to airsoft, BB guns, pellet guns, air rifles, and more. Their non-adhesive targets are made with heavy-duty stock paper, and their stick and splatter targets have a high-strength adhesive that sticks to almost anything at any temperature. Both withstand shot after shot. Perfect for shooting long or short distances indoors or outdoors. Currently, Splatterburst has about 30 targets for us to choose from, ranging from targets as small as 1 inch to as large as 18 by 24. That right there is a wide range of targets that will leave any shooter feeling like a fat kid in a candy store. Make sure to check out Splatterburst targets today and change how you view shooting forever. In your own words, talk about the road trip on the way to Utah.
Road trip. Well, road trip itself was a few days. I think it was 2.5 days or something like that. It was fun, seeing different landscapes, seeing deer, different animals out on the side of the road. Well, not on the road, but, you know, off to the side, you know. It was pretty exciting.
How'd you feel about Bass Pro?
Bass Pro's sick. They didn't want to go to the top of the pyramid, but it was sick. I've never been to a Bass Pro that big. They had freaking sea urchins in there and all that stuff.
I was actually tracking you guys, like tracking my truck, like where you guys are going. Keep an eye on your Instagram accounts just to see, you know, like the different stops.
What up, Donnie? What we doing, partner?
Oh my God, he looks like Woody.
Oh, there was a hat back there.
Crazy. It's like
Nuts.
summertime right now. It's in the middle of June and it's still snowing out here. If you don't believe me, check it out. What did you think about Utah air guns?
It's always such a great place, and I have friends that work there, so it's, I mean, I think they're really, I've watched them with customers, they're really welcoming anyway, but when you get there, it feels a little bit like a homecoming, and it was just so great to you know, see people I know, and then as we were there, other people would walk in, and you know, you go from one conversation to another. It's just it's the whole experience of being out there, not just going to Utah air guns, but the whole RMAC experience. For those of us who are really passionate about air guns, but sort of on an island where you don't have a whole, I don't know, tribe of people that share that passion, the ability to kind of immerse yourself in people who sort of are chasing the same dream as you, who are passionate about the same things, is just really awesome. And it kind of, for me, happens once a year when I get out to RMAC, you know, and then you're really just bathing in it.
Did you feel nervous at all leading up to the competition?
Yes, I'm sure everyone does. I'm not as confident, you know, yet, because everything is still new to me. I've been shooting guns for a long time, but not competitively. So this is technically my second biggest competition that I've done. Last year, I was really nervous. You know, just going in as a new guy, you know, I didn't know what to expect. This year, I knew what to expect, but I was not expecting to have to kind of step out on my first competition, which was my bench rest. I had to step out. I had some gun issues, so I didn't finish. But luckily for me, I did come up with a second gun, which is what I use for my slug challenge and speed silhouettes and whatnot. So I was able to do a lot better there than I did in my bench rest.
I'll just say impact for you.
Yeah, I'll call far. You'll call close. Yeah. I'll just verify if there's someone that questions. I'll
Ninja in the building. You hear what it is?
What they got you doing right now?
You guys gonna be locked and loaded?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just spotting for them. This is the speed challenge. They're shooting us big to small, 25, and then 75, and then 20 yards. And these are the ground squirrels.
Eight rounds.
Yeah, just in case it's an impact. So you know, if they gotta shoot, they're worried about shooting. Then the impact. They can see too, but I'm just for insurance. That's what I'm there for, insurance. So they're the ones, you know. Ninja, I'm gonna let you do your thing. All right, my boy. Shoot on my left, ready. Ready? Yeah, ready. Shoot on my right, ready. Stand by. Go. Impact. 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 Impact.
In a competition like RMAC, where luck plays a certain factor, especially with the wind, can you describe the level of competition you were up against? Like, was it tough? Was it easy?
You know, the competition, being in a pro class, is you're in there with the sharks. You know, these guys, you see them on TV shooting competitions and all that, and you're just at home. You weren't invited. So, you know, so when I go, it's always 50-50. It's like, I keep thinking to myself one way is like, I'm up against awesome shooters, but then the other side is it's anyone's game because of this wind. Like, they can have like a bad seat or bad something, because in previous years I've known like great shooters who got a bad booth or lane, and it just killed their score.
So one of the most problematic things at RMAC, obviously the wind. You got to give me your perspective of that challenge.
I don't know, we might, you know, other than like competitive kite flying, like we might be able to grab the title of most influenced by extreme wind conditions. And I mean, you were there, Markeith, the wind was extreme at times. I mean, when all of a sudden you see people's targets like ripping off the stands and like, you know, they look like tumbleweeds flying for the mountains. I can remember sitting back going, I don't know if they're gonna catch that one.
So I could tell they were struggling in a couple of challenges, but overall everybody did pretty good. I feel like it It was fun.
What do you think that you would do differently preparing for RMAC next year?
That's a good question. I don't really know if I would change anything for preparing, because we don't have the wind, so it's not like I'm going to fly out there months in advance to try it. Definitely learn mags. I'm going to spend probably about a month worth of time of working the mag.
What I would do for RMAC next year, obviously practice a lot in the wind as much as possible. But again, the wind is completely different out here in Florida than it is out there. But you know, practice still can make better. And one thing is to double check my equipment next year when I get out to Utah.
Yeah, my plan for next year includes making sure I'm ready for the big bore. This was my first exposure to that this year. I had intended to shoot it, gun failure on the way out, so that kind of got scuttled. But I was a spotter for John, who's on our team, and then Herod from South Africa. I loved that kind of shooting. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. You're part of like a fire team. You're talking back and forth. It was a really good time. So I'm gonna probably focus less on the PRS side and put my energy into making sure I'm ready to go with my Texan for that.
I know one of these guys is a good friend of yours, so it might not seem like that big of a deal for you, but the other guy was pretty freaking cool to be there. How did it feel competing alongside, you know, two stars like Adam and Wonder Boy?
It's fun. Adam and I, we have a long history with each other. We've known each other for quite a while. So therefore, that being said, we have always been competitive with each other. If that be pulling a brand new gun out of a box and shooting it at 100 yards, or taking airsoft pistols and shooting them at a knot on my fence in my front yard, or we've always been competitive when it comes to certain things. Obviously, he's a professional athlete, so that being said, he has that competitive drive. I'm not a professional in anything, except for maybe talking shit. I don't know if I can say that, but
did you enjoy the banquet?
Oh yeah, it was great. It's a like nice location, like you feel like you're at a wedding kind of without the fancy clothes. And I guess there wasn't much dancing. Did Rossi dance? Rossi might have danced. I think that's one of the areas where I thought there was kind of a subtle improvement. They have so many raffle prizes. So many, I mean, think about calculating the money of giveaways that they're doing on that raffle. It's an impressive raffle. I've never been to an event that had a raffle quite that impressive. Guns and high-end scopes, I mean, just all kinds of stuff.
Second place with a score of 430, Travis Wilson. Come on up here, buddy. Thanks for dressing up. And in first place, $1,000 with a score of 460, Todd Welch Jr. One of our regular shooters, ready to go, Todd.
Boy can shoot. That's his first year. Crazy. Actually, he's gonna take over the whole game.
Todd will also get the trophy, and of course the AccuTac Gold Bipod, sir. Congratulations. All right, well done, sir, well done.
All right, now this might be tough, but overall, if you could use one word to explain your experience this year at RMAC, what would that word be?
Awesome.
That's a good word. That's a good
I
word.
use that one a lot, but yeah, it was awesome. It was an awesome trip.
One word. I only got two. Extremely awesome.
Yeah, I'll take two.
Extremely awesome. It's worth it.
If I had to pick one word, let's just go with humbling. Because everyone there is just, like I said, they're there to help you. They're not there, even though they're competing against you, they want to see you succeed. They don't care if you just beat them by 10 points or if you beat them by 1 point or if they beat you by 10 points. It's humbling to see how the people are with each other. The sportsmanship there is bar none.
On the way back, it was just as awesome as well. You know, we're tired, but still seeing different things. I think when we left Utah, we came out different than where we came in through. We actually got to see some greenery, some waterfalls and everything. That was awesome. I don't know exactly how far off course we went, because again, I wasn't driving, but it was awesome. So I would say exciting. There you go. Right. There's your one word, exciting.
All right. I like that, exciting. Well, it's always a pleasure to get you in front of the camera, you know, and until next time, man, appreciate it, and we'll see you again.
Always. Have a good one, guys.